Till now we learn about single phase induction motor, all the types of a single phase induction motor. Again, one of the type of a single phase induction motor is a shaded pole induction motor. Let's see how exactly this motor is. Right now we'll start about the construction. Okay, now in a construction you will see some different things. I'll going to explain it later, but we'll see first construction. Now in a construction, see, there is a one pole. Now till now you learn about the pole. There is a non-salient pole and salient pole. Now this is what the, you can say, salient pole structure, right? Salient pole structure. Now in a shaded pole induction motor, what they have done, see, I'll tell you later why they did this, but what they have done here, at 1/4 or 1/3 portion, at 1/3 or 1/4 portion of this pole, they will going to cut. They means the manufacturer, right? They cut it and they make it like this. This is what the structure of a shaded pole. Okay, now this portion or this area, they call it a shaded area or shaded portion, you can say, shaded area or shaded portion. And what they have done, they just put inside this portion here one thick copper ring. Now this copper ring, they given a name which is shaded ring or shaded copper ring or copper shaded ring, you can say. Copper shaded ring or shaded copper ring, whatever you can say, right? Now this ring, they fixed it over in this area. Again, over this pole there is a winding. There is a, you can say, single phase winding like this. We already learned about this winding, right? Now this pole which is over the stator, now everyone knows what exactly the stator is, right? And there is a second pole like this, second pole here. Okay, here, make it like this, okay, like this. Okay, again here they put copper shaded ring and the winding over this pole like this. Okay, now suppose this pole you have to connect to the stator like this. You can make a circle. Okay, now this you have to connect across the single phase AC supply, across these two terminals. Okay, and in this area what you have to fix or what you have to put? Simple. What? Rotor. What kind of rotor? Again, squirrel cage rotor. Now this is what the constructional diagram of the shaded pole induction motor. Okay, see, when you are writing the construction part, simple way you have to write down. First you have to write down stator pole, stator winding. Okay, when you have to write down stator pole, the pole is constructed as a salient pole, and what kind of material we use, which is silicon steel stamping and which is laminated, of course. Then there is a shaded area or shaded portion available over the pole, right? And next you have to write down about the shaded ring. Then in this area we fixed one thick copper ring in this area or in shaded portion, right? So this ring we call it as a copper shaded ring or only shaded ring, you can say, right? Then over the pole you have to just do a winding. What type of material we are using for the winding? Which is enameled copper, which is single phase winding we have done. Then next, rotor, simple squirrel cage rotor we are using for this motor. Okay, so this is what the construction part. See, this shaded pole or this pole which is cut over here, the overall portion, from the overall portion, 1/3 or 1/4 portion, till 1/3 or 1/4 portion we are going to cut it, right? Then next, over the squirrel cage rotor we do a skewing. See, what is skewing? There is a rotor copper bar available over the rotor, which is skewed like this, which is not a straight lines, which are skewed by some angle like this. Okay, by some angle like this. Okay, skewed. And what exactly the angular difference? Which is 60-degree angular or 60 degrees skew to get the uniform torque. This is what the rotor is available for the shaded pole induction motor. Okay, and the air gap between your pole and a rotor, it has to be maintained 0.25 to 0.5 centimeter. I am repeating again, air gap, it has to be maintained from 0.25 to 0.5 centimeter. It means uniform everywhere. If you are taking 0.25 to 0.25, you have to make it a uniform everywhere. So 0.25. Okay, the poles can be 2-pole or 4-pole shaded pole induction motor generally available. 2-pole motor and 4-pole motor. So the speed generally we get 3000 rpm or 1500 rpm motor is available. Okay, so this is what the general details of this construction or constructional details of this shaded pole induction motor. Okay, let's move forward. We'll see the working of shaded pole induction motor. Okay, now see, pay attention properly how the shaded pole induction motor exactly work. See, first there was a pole like this. Okay, like this. It means this pole I can draw like this. Here there was a pole like this. Okay, and that time we do winding over this. Everyone knows actually how the single phase induction motor is constructed. I'm just giving you a short brief. And there is again a rotor, one rotor, which is squirrel cage rotor. Okay, now see what happening exactly when the current started flowing through this winding from here. When the current, and that current is a AC current, alternating current, started flowing through this winding, which will going to produce again the same nature of the magnetic field, which is alternating magnetic field. It will going to produce in this area, and which is evenly flow from this surface of the pole towards the rotor. But the fact is, this magnetic field, which is a fluctuating magnetic field, or you can say alternating magnetic field, which is not at all rotating magnetic field, and that's why your single phase induction motor was not self-starting, which we have already learned. But here what they have done, they just cut this portion like this. They cut here 1/3 or 1/4 portion here. They just cut it like this, and they put what? A copper ring, you can say a copper shaded ring, right? Here they put a copper shaded ring, right? And just because of that, what is happening here? Now pay attention, what is happening exactly. See, this ring I am putting inside the changing magnetic field. Now everyone knows the Faraday's law. Now when we are putting a conductor in a changing magnetic field, because it will going to cut that magnetic field, right? So just because of that, an EMF will going to induce inside this copper ring, and current started flowing through this copper ring, which is having the same nature, but by the Lenz law, which is having some opposing nature. What is that Lenz law? Which will going to oppose the cause of its production. Now it will going to oppose the cause of its production, and just because of that, what exactly things are going to happen and what exactly this motor will going to work, this we will going to learn about this. Okay, now see, next I'll tell you step by step. 3 instances are there, I'll going to explain you. Okay, just stay with me. Now see here, I draw some diagram of this pole. Okay, 3 diagram I draw, and here I will again going to draw one AC waveform. Sinusoidal waveform, everyone knows, right? Alternating waveform, right? See, like this. Now see, this is what the one cycle. There is a 50 cycles per second alternating current, right? But here I am just showing you one simple cycle, and will take one half cycle only to explain, right? Now in this half cycle again, there are three instances. I can show you three instances. There is an increasing instant. This is what the increasing instant I can name, or I can put a number, first instant. There is a second instant, which is, you can say, constant. This second instant, which is constant instant, or you can say equal number of increasing quantity here, equal number of increasing quantity and equal number of decreasing quantity. You can say plus 5 minus 5, or plus 10 minus 10, right? So which is nothing but 0 only, right? Here there is a third instant, which is decreasing instant. Third instant, decreasing instant. Okay. Now for that purpose only, I draw here three diagrams. I will show you instant by instant, three instances, instant by instant, what exactly this will going to work, what exactly will going to happen by instant by instant. Okay. Now here at the increasing instant, again I am going to draw here half cycle like this. Okay, half cycle. Half cycle here. There is again half cycle here. There is again half cycle here. Okay. Now here, see, at the first instant, there is a increasing quantity, right? Increasing quantity. Now you can say this current, see this current, which is changing with respect to time, di by dt, and just because of that, the current is directly proportional to the flux, so that's why d phi by dt, your rate of change of current, which is nothing but rate of change of flux, right? Now rate of change of flux here, which is increasing, rate of change of flux here, it is increasing. Now rate of change of flux here, it is increasing. So just because of that, here again I am going to show you some winding. Okay, winding like this. Now just because of that, the fluxes are producing over here. See, this is what the increasing rate of change of flux, So here again, because of the Faraday's law, the flux will going to link here and it will going to produce an EMF. Again the current start flowing through this copper ring or shaded ring, and just because of that, again magnetic field or magnetic flux will going to produce by this ring, and this will going to oppose its cause by the Lenz's law. And what it will going to oppose exactly? See, the increasing rate of change of flux, so it will going to oppose this increasing rate of change of flux. It means the nature of this flux will be opposing to the main flux. It will going to oppose the main flux. So that's why all the fluxes are going to divert, and the flux are get weak over here and concentrate over here, right? And that's why you can say the main flux will be, or you can say a resultant flux will be concentrate here, the left hand side portion of your pole, left hand side, right? So this is what happened at the first instant. Now let's talk about the second instant. Now in a second instant, again there is suppose a winding like this. This is what the winding. Okay. Again at the second instant, I told you at the second instant what is happening. See, there are equal number of increasing and decreasing quantity. It means there is a rate of change of flux is 0. Rate of change of flux is 0 at this second instant. It means there is nothing is happening. It means that time this will going to happen. It means what? The fluxes are started flowing uniformly through this pole. It means if you can solve the resultant component, then the resultant component will be at the center, right? at the center. This was at the left hand side, LHS. This is at the center. This is at the center. Okay. Next, third instant. At the third instant, what will going to happen? See, at the third instant, there is a decreasing quantity, right? Decreasing rate of change of flux. It means here, from here to here, it is decreasing rate of change of flux. Okay. Decreasing rate of change of flux. Just because of that, what is happening? See, again, it will going to oppose whatever the flux is going to produce here in this shaded ring. This will going to oppose its cause. Now what is the cause? There is a decreasing quantity, decreasing rate of change of flux. Now it will going to oppose, it means it will want to increase it. It means all the fluxes are going to concentrate over here. It will going to produce a lot of flux and the fluxes are weaken over here. And here, that's why the main flux, or you can say resultant flux, will be concentrated or will be here. If you can see from 1, 2, 3 diagrams, if you can see the flux is actually moving from left to right, or you can say clockwise. See, or you can directly conclude the flux is now moving from unshaded portion to shaded portion. Unshaded portion to shaded portion. If I can draw some other or second pole, if I can draw second pole here like this, sorry, if suppose I can draw a second pole like this, okay, here there is a shaded ring, right? Then unshaded portion to shaded portion, here it will again unshaded portion to shaded portion. It means this is how the rotating flux is produced, and this is how the rotating magnetic field, you can say this is how the rotating torque is produced. And first you will get the moment at the start, movement to your rotor, and rotor start rotating because of the rotating magnetic field or rotating torque is produced. So this is how the working of shaded pole induction motor. See, application of this motor, like it is used for air heater, hair dryers, toys, hair trimmers. In this or in such type of application we use this motor. See, this motor actually use up to 40 watts and it is actually low cost motor, and we made it a small size motor, and the construction of this motor is a very rigid construction, right? See, the starting current of this motor is a little bit more than running current. That's why we don't have to use any starters or anything extra protective devices for this motor. Okay, so just because of that we can use it in a where there is a blocked rotor, or rotor can stop in a middle. Suppose there is a possibility the rotor can stop. For that application we can use such motors, or you can use shaded pole induction motor, right? So this is what exactly all the details of your shaded pole induction motor. Okay, thank you.